the outfit of the day today. I have a comfy black sweater with these white jeans, and I have my Ana Luisa jewelry. I actually just got a new pair of earrings from Ana Luisa because I'm absolutely obsessed. Today I have to have my ring light on because it's so cloudy and miserable outside today. And I have my big slippers on. I feel like it looks a little bit ridiculous with this outfit, but here we are. Okay, so these earrings that I'm currently wearing are the Jessica hearts, but I also got another pair. These ones might be my favorite. They are called Suzanne, and they're these little huggy earrings, and they have little crystals on them. The reason that I support Ana Luisa so much is because they are an ethical jewelry company. They offset 100% of the carbon emissions that they make, and they use recycled sterling silver and gold to make their pieces, which I think is so cool and so important. I'm currently working with Ana Luisa, so I have a discount code that you guys can use if you want to grab one of their pieces. They have quite affordable pieces considering that they are a luxury jewelry brand. They have pieces starting at $39, going up to more higher end pieces. I am currently wearing two of their rings. This is one of them. This is the other one, if it'll focus. I'm also wearing this butterfly necklace from Ana Luisa, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. I just love how dainty and gorgeous all of their pieces are. The reason why I love working with Ana Luisa jewelry so much is because, well, number one, I absolutely love their jewelry. It's exactly my style. I personally love wearing gold jewelry. And they have so many gorgeous gold pieces to choose from. But not only that, I share a lot of the same values as Ana Luisa. I really value the environment and sustainability, and Ana Luisa shares those same values. Any piece that you order will come in a recycled box like this. Mother's Day is coming up, and I think Ana Luisa is honestly the perfect gift for Mother's Day. You can also get you and your mom matching pieces, which I think would be so cute. I'll leave the link for their website and my discount code in the description box down below. Be sure to go check them out. Today I want to talk about why I decided to become a virtual assistant. I'm going to explain what a virtual assistant is, what types of virtual assistants there are, the benefits and downsides to being a virtual assistant, and why I personally decided to become a virtual assistant. Okay, so first of all, what is a virtual assistant? So a VA is a broad term to describe someone who works remotely to support businesses or other entrepreneurs. Technically, they're independent contractors, which means that they get to choose their own hours, they set their rates, and they usually have several different clients at the same time. Whereas if you're an employee, you usually just work for one person and you don't necessarily get to pick your hours. You have to be at a certain place at a certain time. So basically a VA is different than an employee. So generally VAs can fall into three different categories: admin, tech, and creative. So an admin VA might offer services like calendar management, inbox management, travel arranging, or appointment scheduling. Tech VAs might offer services like SEO, creating landing pages, online course setup, or Facebook ads. Whereas creative VAs might offer services like graphic design, branding, web design, Pinterest management, social media marketing, copywriting, or blog writing. Now there's definitely some benefits and downsides to becoming a VA. The benefits of becoming a VA are, number one, you get to pick your own hours. 2, you get to work from home. 3, you get to choose what you offer, so you can just offer the services that you're personally passionate about. And you have the flexibility to travel and work from anywhere in the world that has Wi-Fi. And number 5, you don't have to commute to work every day, which means that you can save on gas and a lot of time depending on how long it usually takes you to get to work every day. Now the downsides are that, number 1, you have to be self-disciplined because basically there's no one telling you to work. So you have to be self-motivated. 2, it takes a lot of time and energy to build your own business. In the beginning, it can be really hard and overwhelming because there is just so much to learn and so much to do in the beginning. And it can take a lot of time and energy to just get your feet off the ground doing this. Number 3, you have a lot more expenses to take care of. Unlike working for an employer, you have to pay for your own office space, your own computer, internet, you have to pay for your own health benefits, vacation pay, you have to deal with your own taxes because you won't have an employer that's taking off taxes for you automatically. So you have to make sure that you set aside a certain amount every paycheck to make sure that you have enough to pay your taxes. And you might have other expenses like certain programs that you have to pay for. So if you're a creative VA, you might have to pay for programs like Adobe Illustrator, InDesign, Photoshop. So there is a lot more expenses when it comes to being a VA. But you would of course incorporate those expenses into your hourly rate. And number 4 is that there's no one setting hours for you, so you may find yourself working overtime, working on evenings, working on weekends, because when you have your own business, there's always more that you could be doing, and so it can be hard to not work overtime. So now I want to get into why I personally chose to become a virtual assistant. Number 1 would be that I have never been able to choose just one thing that I want to pursue, and the thing that I love about virtual assistants is that you get to do so many different things and you never really get bored. So I personally chose to become a creative virtual assistant because I really wanted to pursue a creative path. So that means that I'm offering things like graphic design, Pinterest management, social media marketing, copywriting, and blog writing. There's a term called a multi-hyphenate, which is someone who has many different interests and basically someone who just cannot choose one thing to pursue. So I would definitely describe myself as a multi-hyphenate. For as long as I can remember, I've had so many different random interests, and when it came to having to choose a career and just choosing one thing, that made me just so incredibly overwhelmed and stressed out because I just had so many interests and I felt like I could not commit to just one thing. So the thing that I love about virtual assistants is that you can offer as many different services as you want. So you basically get to pursue all the things. And so that's why I feel like it's perfect for me. You can even see just from the color of my nails, every single nail is a different color because I cannot commit to one color. The second reason that I became a VA is because I have always known that I want to be an entrepreneur. I was always the kid with the lemonade stand. I also had this good friend, and almost every week during the summer we would set up like a little booth on her front lawn and just sell our random items, like if we had old toys that we didn't want anymore or just random things around the house that we didn't want anymore. We set up a booth and we basically set up like a mini garage sale like every weekend in front of her house. So we'd either do that, the mini garage sale, or we would set up a lemonade stand. I literally think we were like 5 and 6 when we started doing little garage sales and lemonade stands every weekend. When I reached the age of, I think I was 10 or 11 at the time, in the city that I grew up, we had a festival that happened every summer. And if you were under the age of 12, you got in for free. So there was 2 summers in a row when I think I was 10 and 11. My friend and I, we would bike to the festival and we'd get in for free. And at the festival, there was lots of different food booths, and you always had to pay a deposit for the plate that you got of your food. It was a $2 deposit. Often people would get their food and then they would go back to the place that they were hanging out, and usually it was pretty far away from the food places. And so we offered to take people's plates back for them, because often if they were just like socializing or listening to the music, they wouldn't want to have to get back up from their spot to take their food back. And of course, when we took the plates back, we got the $2 deposit back for each plate that we took back. And so I was always kind of doing stuff like this when I was a kid. And so I basically have just always known that I want to be an entrepreneur. I really don't want to work for somebody else. I have had many different jobs where I've worked for other people, but I just genuinely really enjoy being my own boss. Third reason is that I'm an introvert and an empath and I have anxiety. So I've always pushed myself outside of my comfort zone and worked at jobs where I felt really uncomfortable. But what I found is that I would just get extremely exhausted after a day of work where I was interacting with lots of different people. And that's because I felt like I tended to pick up a lot of people's energy at work. So if there was like a customer that was in a bad mood, I would find that I would just really pick up on their negative energy, and I would just be so incredibly drained at the end of the day. So what I found working from home is that I just have so much more energy, and I finally have the energy to, I don't know, pursue all the things that I want to do because I'm not drained by the end of the day. The fourth reason is that I'm a creative person, and with being a creative virtual assistant, I get to express my creativity. And the fifth reason is that I love traveling. And so what I love about being a creative virtual assistant is that you don't necessarily have to live in one place. As long as you're in a place that has Wi-Fi, you can work from anywhere in the world. So these are the reasons that I personally decided to become a creative virtual assistant. It's been so crazy because there has been so many changes in my life over the last year. I feel like I did a complete 180 of my life. If you guys have any questions at all for me, please leave them in the comments down below and I can film another video answering your questions. Also, if you're interested in any of Ana Luisa's pieces, don't forget to check out the link in the description box down below. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Don't forget to be kind to yourselves and I'll see you next time. Bye!